I'm Julia Richard. I'm a freshman at Faith Bible College, and my minor will be in worship and music. Today, I'm gonna show you public speaking tips. I took public speaking last semester, and I learned a few tricks through it. So whenever I took it, I was like, okay, I like speaking, what can I learn from this? And I remember I was sitting there with God, and He's like, look, just use this as a place where you can sharpen the gift that you have. Use this as a place where you can just it's not a lot of pressure in the sense of you're not like out there yet. You're in a classroom setting where you can just kind of step by step get comfortable. So tips and tricks. Now, if you get lost in a sermon, you don't have to say, oh shoot. Just take a moment, stop, pause, remember where you're at, and then keep speaking. Because sometimes a pause is way better than, hold up. Yeah, public speaking did help me because in a sense, it did kind of guide me in the area of how to do this. Like, how do you speak in front of people better? And you get to take a moment, develop your gift, because everyone, you are able to speak in front of people. If you are nervous, guess what? It's okay. God will still use you, and He's gonna sharpen that inside of you until you don't have to be nervous. You may be a little nervous, but you're not gonna fail. You will not fail. You are not a failure. And if you stumble a little bit, you mess up on your words, it's okay. I learned that you can stumble a little bit. You can kind of go off the trail a little bit, but it's okay. You're doing wonderful. You are going to do good. When I start off any public speaking thing, first off, I talk to God about it, because if I'm going to be speaking in front of anybody, it needs to be from God. Because if it's not, well, then I'm just kind of speaking up there and I'm like, I don't know where this is going. This is kind of my own inspiration, so let's hope they like it. But I usually just, spend time and let God kind of direct me on that. You don't need to rehearse over everything you're gonna say. What you need to do is you need to sit down and breathe a little bit. You need to sit back and know, okay, I know I may be a little nervous, but it's gonna be okay. And you have to just you gotta just step out there, but just take a moment to breathe. What has built my confidence in public speaking is knowing that I have something important to say. Because knowing that you have something important to say makes all the jitters go away, because you're not just saying something because it's just something good to say. If you have something that God put inside of you, or you feel a little bit like, I feel like He put this inside of me, you don't need to be nervous. The reason being is because you have a fire inside of you of something that needs to be delivered to somebody. Somebody else out there needs what God put inside of you. The biggest thing I learned from the class has to be this. Even if you are doing a public speaking night in front of just your classmates, and I didn't know why this was pressed on my heart at the time of the sermon that I had, but I started speaking, and then I looked at one of my fellow classmates, and they looked like they were in a rough spot, and I just kind of knew at that moment they needed what I was saying. And you may feel like whatever you're saying may feel insignificant, but you have no idea how significant it can be to someone who's sitting right next to you, because you're all walking through this. So as small as whatever thing God has placed on the inside of you, you may feel it is, someone else out there is desperately needing that. You have something that they need, that God put inside of you. You have something important to say. Say it.